Hello?
Hi, we hear you. You are live.
Okay, hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us today for this webinar. We will be presenting Vilnius University. I am here with my colleague Maria, and my name is Inga. We work for Vilnius University administration, and we will give you a brief presentation introducing the university. We'll talk a bit about Vilnius, and then we will leave the rest of the time for your questions. You can ask anything related to admissions or Vilnius or any study programs, anything that is on your mind. So first of all, thank you for joining. We hope everybody is well and healthy. We know the times are complicated. We wanted to come to Turkey and to meet you in person. We couldn't, but we are glad that we can still talk to you, at least some of you today. So we look forward to receiving your questions as well. So I'll start briefly introducing the university, and then my colleague will talk a little bit about admission process. So the main points. So why to study at Vilnius University? Why we are different? So, well, Vilnius University is one of the oldest study institutions in Eastern and Northern Europe. So just last year, we celebrated 440 years anniversary. So we were founded in 16th century. And at the moment, Vilnius University really combines the tradition and modern approach to teaching. Vilnius University is #1 university in Lithuania. We have the largest amount of students coming here, and this is the place where graduates leaving school, they want to get into Vilnius University as their first choice most of the time. And we also are among 500 top universities in the world. Vilnius University is a research institution. So we not only have staff doing research, but we involve the students into research early on in their studies. We are also a very international university. We have students from abroad, but we also have many Erasmus students. And well, we are the leading institution in Lithuania in regards to Erasmus agreements and bilateral agreements with universities around the world. So for instance, if you're a student at Vilnius University, you can spend a semester or two not only in Europe, but also in countries like the US, Australia, Canada, or South Korea, for instance. Vilnius University, well, as I mentioned, it's an old school, so we have very old library, but also we have a modern scholarly communication and information center, which is open 24/7. Students come there as a library, to use as a library, but also just a place to work. Some students, we know, they spend all night studying there as well, and so it's a place to hang out too. So that's the view of the communication center that you can use. Also for international students, we have a lot of different support, starting from orientation week that you spend the whole week once upon arrival and are introduced to university system and also how things work in town. So you will have a tour of the library, but also going to have a presentation how public transport system works, and many other activities for the students to get introduced to the university. We also have a mentor program, so each international student gets assigned a student from a higher years this is not compulsory. You can choose the service or not, but you can have somebody waiting for you at the airport already and helping you to get around once you're here, and help you with the things like choosing the mobile network provider. Also, we have academic consultants that will help you choose the courses or advise you on any other academic questions. And we also have psychological support, and we have seminars regularly on topics like how to study effectively and so on. Also, we have a career center, and we give career consultations in the format of the seminars or also individual consultations. Of course, this being a big university, we have many other activities that you can do after your studies. So we have a sports center that you can practice different sports. We also have theater troops that you can join, choir, even the orchestra, or for active people, you can join a hikers club. Also, a few words about accommodation. We have 3 dormitory campuses in Vilnius and 1 in Kaunas, because few programs are available at the Faculty of Kaunas that you can choose. You can live in double or triple rooms, and the prices start from 58 euros a month, so it's quite cost efficient. And the campuses are very, very close to the faculty, so you don't need to travel long distances either. So now, as I mentioned, the orientation week, that's the arrival week starting in September. And this is just a short video from this week. This was a procession of the students, the first-year students on the streets on Vilnius, just celebrating the start of the new academic year. Okay, so let me play it. Okay, so this was just one example of something fun that you can do and what is happening in Vilnius. But I would like to mention a few other things that students, international students especially, say about the city, because Vilnius is the capital of Lithuania, but at the same time, it's a very cozy place to stay. It's not too big, not too small, so you can find anything you want, from cultural to nightlife to any other activities, but also it's enough space to focus and to really find a calm place if you need to. So for students, it's ideal because it's not too distractive if you don't want to, but also plenty of things to do if you are looking for some other activities than just to study. Also, the cost of living It's still not as high as in many Western European countries, even though you can do very similar things as anywhere else in Europe. Our students say they spend from 400 to 600 euros a month. So this is pretty good for a student. Also, students, especially once they are second, third, fourth year students or master students, they also find jobs. There are jobs available that do not require Lithuanian language. So especially part-times for the student, these are possible, and you are allowed to work as a student in Lithuania 20 weeks a week, 20 hours a week. And you can do it since your arrival. Now, one more thing from me. It's our social media accounts, Facebook and Instagram. We have content there regularly. So if you like to see what's happening, to see the moments of life at Vilnius University, you can follow us on Instagram under Vilnius University, or on Facebook under Vilnius University International. On there, we share different sort of information, events, scholarship opportunities, and stories of the students who study here. And now I will give word to my colleague, who will talk about the study programs and application procedure.
Hello, my name is Maria. I would like you to briefly introduce the application procedures at Vilnius University in case you're interested, and I will go very briefly. If you have further questions, you can ask me after this presentation or contact us by email or by phone. So can we change the slide? Mm-hmm.
Okay, dabar nesikaitalioja.
We only see the cover page of the presentation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I did it.
Sharing, but how do I go forward now again?
They played it now.
I will close it for you, and I will ask you to open it once again, please.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, now it works.
Mm-hmm.
So I will continue. At the university, you can choose from variety programs at bachelor integrated study levels, also at master study level. We are offering courses in English language with over 600, and of course, we are offering Lithuanian language and cultural courses for those who are interested in exploring and knowing more about Lithuania. Okay, so we have also prepared the programs in various study fields in biomedical sciences, physical, humanities, social sciences, technological sciences, and more as well. So the detailed list of the programs can be found in our webpage, also in our application platform. Just you should share your interest with international admission officer, and we will guide you how to apply the easiest way. So just like I said, general admission requirements for state non-funded places. The applications must be submitted online. You can see the link where you can find our application platform. So you don't have to send anything to post by regular mail or by courier service. So in your case, we will ask qualification documents, which would be secondary school leaving certificate for bachelor level. And I apologize for the pronunciation. In your country, it's called lise diplomacy. And also for a bachelor degree diploma for master level. So in Turkish language, it's called lisans diplomacy. Also mark sheets, lists or academic transcripts of your academic achievements and results. A letter of motivation. It's very important. We are checking the arguments and motivation of the person, why he chose our university, why this program, what are his or her plans for the future. So it's very important. Also, necessary fee is application fee of 100 euros. It's non-refundable. In one application, you can choose up to 3 priorities, but you pay 1 application fee per application. So also, we are checking English language proficiency, and the international certificates are acceptable. You can see the minimum results we are looking for. In case the student is due to these pandemic situations, we hear a lot of complaints that these tests were cancelled or postponed. So in this case, we are checking English language proficiency online. So we will organize Skype interview. We will check your English language. Also, we will hear your motivation. Sometimes entering tests are required for computer sciences, mathematics as well. Also number of credits in specific study area. But like I said, it depends on the program. So each case is individual. We are evaluating each case individually. We have personal approach to each candidate. Sometimes marks or GPA is relevant in the field of studies. And if you're interested in medicine or dentistry programs, so SAT test in biology subject is a must. You have to pass, to take this test, and minimum score is 600. Yeah, and the application procedure looks like this. It's very simple. You have to apply using the link which was notified before. You can also find it everywhere in our webpage. When you read the program descriptions, you also will be guided directly to this platform. Fill in the application form, upload the necessary documents, then submit and wait while we check. While check, we are checking your qualification background, your grades, your achievements, reading a motivation letter, also organizing and scheduling a motivation interview with you. And if everything goes fine, you are selected, you receive an offer, you have to confirm it. And yeah, we are waiting for you in September. Please note that this year we extended the deadline till the 1st of August. So you have plenty of time to submit the application. In case your documents won't be ready by this day, and you will have temporary certificates, some notifications from your school or university, it's also applicable. You just need to submit those temporary certificates. And yeah, Vilnius University has a license and a right to recognize foreign qualifications. So you don't have to apply anywhere to any other department in Lithuania or institution to get recognize your Turkish qualification. There is no need. University has a license, has a right to do that on his own. So you can skip this requirement because this requirement is a part of enrollment process. Yeah, and basically that's it. I think I went through these procedures very fast and quickly, so I am sure you have questions or queries for us, so we will be happy to answer. And I see the first one, is it possible to enter university without IELTS and TOEFL? That is correct. It's possible because, like I mentioned, we are testing English language proficiency online. We can test it, English language proficiency online. And the level of English should be B2 according to European language framework. So it's very important, yeah. And I said, another question, I said high school in Canada in English. Do I still need to write IELTS? No. In that case, if your educational background was discussed in English, so you do not need to provide any English language proficiency document. There is no need. Besides, we will evaluate your English language online. So in these cases, if you had your previous education in English language, no need, unless you want to test and evaluate and reassess your English language proficiency. The other question is, do you offer bachelor degree in law? No, unfortunately, we don't offer. We offer master's degree in law because bachelor degree in law is very local. I mean, students have to study from Lithuanian law codexes or statutes or study Lithuanian legal legislation. So there is no point for foreigners to study Lithuanian law. But at master level, yes, we offer Eastern European Union and international law. So because it's more narrow, so we can focus also on international law as well. I would like to know how much does a course cost? It depends on the program and also on the study level, because starting from 2,400 for 1 year for bachelor level up to 12,000 euros per 1 year for dentistry program. Those programs are very expensive. So the list of our study of prices for study programs are everywhere in our web page next to the description of the program. And also you can find them in our, while applying, the tuition fee will be provided there as well. Do you offer Lithuanian courses for international students? Yeah, we do offer Lithuanian language, but since it's out extracurricular, so that means those credits considered as extra, and students they have to pay for those credits because you will be given some kind of a certificate which verifies your level of Lithuanian language. So you will have to pay for those courses as well. Of course, if it doesn't conflict with your study plan, you are welcome to join those. And other language courses at our university, we have a faculty of philology. So any other courses we are offering, you can join them, and you're welcome to learn more languages. Oh, so many questions right now. Do you have any scholarship opportunities for master programs? For master programs, we have opportunities, we call it tuition fee waivers, when the cost for tuition fee is waived by the university. However, for this year, the deadline for tuition fee scholarships is over. It was 1st of May. So unfortunately, for this year, you won't be able to apply. Yeah, but yeah, we do have, in order we do have these opportunities. Okay, yeah, and my colleague also reminded me about one scholarship for program Eastern European and Russian Studies. Yes, so the faculty has his own scholarship, so the faculty is waiving tuition fee for the best motivated student in the program. Yeah, it's also applicable. Also, university is having, well, it's not like a scholarship, but it's like a financial support based on your academic achievements. But after enrolling, the student has to show his achievements and academic results. After the second semester, the committee evaluates these grades. And if you are in the top of the class, you can get financial support from the university. It's not like, it doesn't cover full tuition fees, but some motivation, some to keep going on the same level and to keep your grades high.
So we have more questions, and the question about international relations. So we have a course called Eastern European Studies and Russian Studies. So this is at the Institute of Political Science and International Relations. So some subjects will be related to international relations, but it's more like area studies. So the focus is on Russia and Eastern European countries. So that would be the closest to international relations, but then the degree is Masters of Political Science. If we work part-time in Vilnius in customer service, can we speak English? Actually, now personally, I met quite a few staff speaking just English, and it's usually fine. These are the restaurants in the center where there are many customers who are tourists and foreigners. So it's completely fine. I think if you work in a hospitality, so you work with Lithuanians and English, and if there are Lithuanian clients, then Lithuanians speaking staff help with that. So yeah, I think it's completely fine to work in customer service and speak English. Is worth stay for years? Well, it depends what career. So the question was if you can, if it's worth studying philology for 4 years. So yes, you cover different subjects, and the careers that you can pursue are, for instance, being a translator, and you can also continue to master studies. And well, it is the program covers different fields of linguistics as well, and English literature, and well, it goes quite deeply into the subject. So it is up to you if you think that the subjects that are offered by the course are the ones that you need for the career that you envision. You mentioned at Vilnius University at the moment, it's the start of the studies is 1st of September. We only have one start of the studies for international students. So yes, you do have to start in autumn. We do not offer winter starting dates. Okay. Got it.
So I will answer the question. The participant asked about language possibilities, which language can be studied on at our university. So just to be sure, I just checked very quickly. So you can also study, besides Lithuanian language, German, Spanish, French, and Russian. And last semester we had few very unique language like Estonian, Latvian, or Georgian. We also, the students have an opportunity to join these languages for extra payment. Yes, so also as a selective subjects, the students are allowed to choose as a part of their study curricula selective subjects at the Faculty of Philology. So you can choose a very short course for 1 semester or 2 semesters, just to learn basic of one other language. So in that case, you won't have to pay. But if you want to study full course to get some kind of certification which validates your level of that language, so in that case you have to pay. Yeah, so that's a short notification from my side.
Okay, so we continue with the questions. The question about whether I should pay the same tuition fees as I would the course has to become online. If I understand the question correctly, you would like to know if the cost would be the same if the courses are done online. So at the moment, well, we do not know how the situation's gonna be in September or in autumn in general. However, we plan to start our September as our studies in September. The start might be delayed for the first year students. Depending on situation, we are considering different options, but we will definitely make a decision based on the situation worldwide. We do hope that the studies will be live, that students would be able to be here physically. In case they cannot arrive from the very start, they would have opportunity to join online. However, we do hope that even if there is a few weeks delay, ultimately they will arrive to Lithuania and carry on their studies as normal. So at the moment, we haven't considered reducing the fees, but this is because we do think that physical studies will be possible. So situation is changing, and if anything change, we will definitely let everybody know and publish this information. But as it stands now, the fees still remain the same for the next semester. Next question. I have been in Lithuania and Erasmus placement programs for 2 months and then the internship in Kaunas. Does it help me to get acceptance easier? Well, I think it's great that you've been to Lithuania already. It's very nice. I hope the experience was good. And well, if you want to study here, that means it did. I think if, well, definitely you can mention this in your motivation letter. If you know, if being in Lithuania made you realize that you want to study here, and yes, you can mention that. Of course, when evaluating applications for admission, we take many different things into consideration. But yeah, I think it's a cool thing to mention in your letter. Do you know about switching the majors?
So answering a question regarding major, well, the situation is like this. Officially switching majors you can do after the first semester. That means we are leaving 1 semester for the student to decide if this is his major or not. So you cannot switch officially in the middle of a semester. No, in that case, if you arrived, for example, in September, let's hope everything will be fine. And for example, you saw that this is not for you. So in that case, we will suggest to enroll as a new student within a week or 2. You will be assigned to the new program, to the new curricula. And in that case, you just need to do some formalities in application system. But officially switching means that you are transferring your credits, which you collected, to other program. So that is possible only after the first semester. And the credits, all credits must be passed, no fail credits. And one more important note, that this changing majors can happen only in the same study field. For example, you cannot change economic study program to mathematics or to IT because the same the change must happen in the same study area. For example, from economics to business, maybe management, or to quality management, or to banking, like in the same study area. So that's the main rule. But if you decide to switch to another different direction, in that case, after arrival, I would suggest you to visit the International Admission Office, and we will guide you how to reapply for the new program. That's possible, but don't wait till the middle of a semester. In that case, no. If you started, you have to finish at least first semester.
Okay. Okay, can you hear me? So about the discount, yes, because of the situation, there was made a decision to lower the price for the courses at the business school of Vilnius University. So if you applied for before the 3rd of July, and I understand you already applied because you participate in tuition fee waiver for non-EU students, yes, there will be 20% discount. So for applicants who already applied or going to apply until the 3rd of July. So that is the information you received. It's correct. Okay, do we have any more questions? I hope we haven't missed any. We were trying to
One last question from Buse, and you can respond to that, and we will read.
Okay, I can see the question regarding Lithuanian or Russian, basic Lithuanian or Russian. Yes, you can choose these study courses as a selected subject, but in that case, you will be given very, very basic. If you want to receive some kind of a certificate and you want to proceed and improve your Lithuanian or Russian language, in that case, you have to pay for those classes. But it's like a very symbolic payment just for the teacher. But if you want to take it as part of your curricula as a selective subject, it's possible, but it will last only one semester.
Great. Thank you so much, guys. I'm sorry that the time is running out, but if you can leave your email addresses on the chat box, people can get in touch with you personally to ask more questions. And if there are questions that you didn't answer yet, maybe you can answer them on email. All right, thanks for participating. It was a great webinar, I believe, because we received a lot of questions and a lot of interest from students. So thanks again for joining, and take care.
Thank you. Take care. Keep safe.
You too. Bye.
Thank you so much. We will follow up on the questions that few ones that we didn't answer. So we're just collecting your email address. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Take care.